About the final preparation period. At this time, you can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in town with a limited party, all party members can be used when on highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto the highway or entering a dungeon and choose your active party members. So, ja, wir haben jetzt ein bisschen sehr viel Freiheiten. Die erste Freiheit, die wir uns nehmen werden, ist, dass wir endlich mal Rivers die scheiß Maske wegnehmen. So. Und da müssen wir jetzt gucken. Ich muss erstmal gucken, was haben wir jetzt alles für Möglichkeiten und Sachen, die wir machen können. Da muss ich erstmal in den Guide reingucken. Wir können theoretisch jetzt das 4. Stadium, also man könnte theoretisch das 4. Stadium im Reverie Corridor machen. Wir haben ja eh schon länger unlocked aufgrund meines Carryovers. So. Rufus Coverage Shade, das ist das, was ja angesprochen wurde, ne? Rufus Coverage Shade. Ah. Ja, so covered ist das nicht, aber fair enough. Das wollte man gerade normalerweise kriegen. Don't see other places you can research. Ja, also wir können theoretisch in den Reverie Corridor gehen. Kleiner Lore-Point zum Reverie Corridor, was hier passieren würde. Was primär passieren würde, ist einfach nur, dass der Administrator vom Reverie Corridor sagen würde, okay, ihr behaltet eure Erinnerungen von das allem, was jetzt außerhalb des Reverie Corridors passiert ist, aber wenn ihr rausgeht, werdet ihr trotzdem nicht die Erinnerungen behalten, die im Reverie Corridor passiert sind. Dementsprechend haben sie im Reverie Corridor ein bisschen mehr Kontext in dem, was passiert ist und sind sich mittlerweile nun einig, okay, wir sind eine Party, aber ja. So, die erste Secret Hidden Trophy. Okay, es gibt eine Secret Trophy. Muss ich da mal gucken, was es damit auf sich hat. Beziehungsweise ein Secret Achievement wäre es dann im System. Okay. Was haben wir jetzt? Wir haben jetzt sehr viel offen. Gut. Ich folge primär den ganzen Guide, was jetzt gleich passiert. Und wir haben wahrscheinlich dann auch das Ding, dass wir uns dann auch die Novel lesen können. Ob ich das jetzt schon machen oder ob ich mir das noch für mal extra aufheben? Gehen wir erstmal zurück in Augustin rein. Überlege ich mir noch. So, wir haben erstmal im ersten Floor. Also hier irgendwo. Und das heißt fürs, ja. Lectern Dieter. Hi Dieter, you've been here speaking with Secretary Aranda? Yeah, I happened upon him while doing some intelligence gathering. We were just exchanging information on the state of things abroad. I don't have the same access to info as I did back with the old intelligence division, so don't go expecting too much. From what I've heard, Calvard is gathering their forces by the border near Altair. Can also confirm that the CID operatives stationed in Crossbell City have begun to take action. In other words, we can assume the Republic has gotten wind about the progress of our little operation. And it saves us the trouble of having to get in contact with them. Let's give them a good show. Yeah, I'm always up for a challenge. Oh, and as for all the other countries and how they're dealing with the panic, Liberia and Roman Fair have things under control. Sweet. So they already responded then. They may be able to keep Calvard in check depending on how things go. We have to do the best with the hand we are dealt. There's no sense in leaving things up to chance. Let's use our connections to get in touch with as many prominent figures as we can. We may be able to turn things in our favor. Oh yeah, the former CEO of the IBC must have quite a contact list. Please, it's been years since I resigned. Still, hopefully some of them haven't changed the numbers, so I make use of what I have to do, what I can. Appreciate it, Dieter. Thank you. You didn't thank me, Lloyd. I'm really making up for past mistakes and doing what I can to avoid repeating them. I once lived in the name of justice, rejecting a world that gave birth to pointless war. By the end, I was merely dancing in the palm of my daughter's hand. It was all a farce. Nevertheless, my desire for a world without war hasn't changed. I'll do everything within my power to see the dream come true. Okay. Dann Floor 35. Wir haben noch Gajia und wir haben eine Character-Page für Gaius. Die Frage ist, wo chillen die? He's wrong Garcia. Yeah, I figured you guys would show up. So this is where we ran off to Garcia. I heard you took the members of the Urban Defense Force as a return to normal and helped with the liberation mission. So these two also took part? No, they were here, so I figured I could put them up to work after the effects of the dance wore off. Somehow they are though pretty damn users. Why do you say that? You're such like everyone else who hasn't broken free from the effects of the dance. They're still kissing Rufus's ass. You've served under a lot of Rufus's errors since the reborn Civil War. You had the ambition of a man with half his talent and rank. You do anything to see the future you saw become reality. And for what? We lost a great war and now our dreams have been crushed yet again. Our glorious Lord Rufus has been slain. So how could we possibly change sides at this point? As men who serve under him, it is our final show of loyalty to see where this all ends. You two are that devoted? So understandable. Bruce earned a reputation for being even more charismatic than the proper Duke Erebonia before the Civil War. You must have seen quite a dream in a man. My lord, but fair and better, how are you here? Who's to say? Perhaps a ghost is standing before you. Regardless, I have my doubts that you truly understood what that man desired. A brutal. Above all, he wanted to surpass his true father and be recognized, that's all. Can't be true, and even if it was, it wouldn't have deterred you from seeing the United Nation in a new era come to fruition. Don't make me laugh. You're not the revolutionaries, you insurgents blinded by delusion. Stop and open your eyes. Here there was nothing more than an escaped convict mounting an insurrection that threatened the entire world. A new era? A united nation? Mere words meant to glorify his despicable actions. It's surreal hearing that come from your mouth, of all people. If no rebuttal, maybe you were just intoxicated by the idea of changing the world. Thought I understood you in a way that no one else could. After hearing all that, how can we go on claiming that it was anything but a delusion? Why? Why did you agree to take part in any of this? What's the point? Finally got it through your thick skulls, huh? Hate to tell you that there are still plenty more where these two idiots came from. So don't go thinking you're some hero just because you dressed down two missing soldiers. Yes, I'm well aware. That's why our attention is on the tower first and foremost. That's right, I hope you don't mind continuing to look after people like them until we're done, Gajia. Just don't keep me waiting, Bunnings. Yep, just don't keep them waiting. Was soll ich auch mal machen? Ich will just for fun jetzt mal... Wen habe ich eigentlich noch da für meine Main Party? Ich habe nicht mal Ren oder Fieder? Oh, come on. Dann nehme ich sogar actually mal Richie davon an. Und was ich dann mache, ist ein bisschen, zumindest solange wir hier draußen sind, die mit den nächsten Level hier voranzusetzen. Sie haben nur 15, wer bietet weniger? Ah, okay. Lloyd cannot be removed. Fair enough. So. Ich darf dann noch Teambuildings und so noch ordentlich machen. Also Character Buildings. So much to do. Das ist auf einmal so viel, was man machen kann auf einmal, während der ganzen Zeit eigentlich relativ alles so sehr railroaded war. Ist jetzt alles sehr viel offen. Finished for your meeting? Yeah, thankfully. You have the general gist of the operation. Now it's time to go over with each division what to do. The RMP will also be providing the necessary supplies for the operation. The majority of the weapons and munitions have already been delivered. Rest assured, the remaining supplies will arrive in time for the mission. Even if the help, I would be lying if I said our chances of success are high. We have to work together better than ever to overcome the odds again. I do everything I can to make this work as both this operations commander and as the one coordinating with the other nations. You're using your NGO connections to share information with the other countries. You're a real lifesaver, and neither my grandfather nor I have the opportunity to do that given the circumstances. Oh, oops, das wollte ich nicht. Please, I'm only doing what I can to help. Speaking of connections, have you heard anything from Materia, Gaius? Yeah, the church has agreed both the Retributive Tower and the Lyceum are special exceptions at royal intervention. They may be the exact opposites of artifacts in the sense they could have only been produced in present times, but the other dominions have been mobilized to keep the chaos from spreading through the neighboring countries nonetheless. It's interesting, but not unwelcome news. Agreed, this operation is a very fly-by-night operation, but it may just succeed with the cooperation of so many different collaborators. That said, none are more key than your team. Make sure you're all ready for what's ahead. Will be, Commander. Yes, ma'am. We prepare as thoroughly as possible in the time before the operation. We won't leave with any regrets. Okay. Dann haben wir Administrative District. Da haben wir erstmal die Gruppe da drüben. What are you all up to, Emma? Is this related to the dance? It is. We were just investigating the effects of its curse-like power. Harry and I bumped into them while patrolling around the city. I was also looking into how the citizens are faring as I was following the flow of the Septian rains. The brainwashing was has mostly vanished now, and the Supreme Leader has been removed and the mask has been destroyed. It's a relief to hear. Worry about how you're doing. Has the assimilation phenomenon gotten any worse since the last time we spoke? No, it's not a problem for now at least. I can still control my power too. Is this really all because you faced off with your doppelganger? Nothing like this happened to Rufus. That's what got me so confused. Not only the other Arene's appearance bugged me, but there was something off about him. He was bizarrely lifelike. Can't shake the feeling that he wasn't just a copy. I heard Reen be a special case. There's to be something to it. Die zwei endings. I imagine it's because he has a key role when it comes to the tower, but I couldn't say anything beyond that. Regardless, I agree there's something ominous at work here that we are missing. Whoever this imposter is, we'll have to face him eventually if he's going to block our path. Technically, he is a kind imposter. He's the real deal. And when we do, we have to fight not just to save Reem, but the entire world. And when we do, we have to... Yeah, no pressure. We did manage to overcome even the Great Twilight. We can do this. If you feel like anything about your conditions changed, you had better tell us. Alright, yeah, well, thanks everyone. Listen to you all, as Zacharine as ever. Then again, here I am, helping to save the world too. Life sure is strange. Hazy, or Crow I suppose, neither of us can afford to die, are you? We need to keep living for the sake of our lost comrades. There's still a lot of sin to atone for. You're preaching to the choir, sister. I already died once, so I know I'm not going to raise my second chance. Let's get this done and make our old friends proud. Okay, so the Civic Center. Ich will mir die anderen leiten. So. Oh, hey guys. It's good to see you all. Same to you, sir. We are going around getting ready for the operation right now. Are you exchanging information with our fellows with the Empire? That's right. I want to learn more about the situation there directly. I'm happy you chose to speak with us too. To put it simply, the destruction of Juno has everyone in the Empire in a state of shock. Dad has issued a statement and is appealing for calm through a radio broadcast, but it's a lot to ask in times like these. I confirm that the 4 great houses have just had their own remote conference as well. They've all agreed to do what they can to keep the country calm, with Marquis Hyams, Rogner and Ballard taking charge. But they will only be able to keep things in check for so long, especially when it comes to people's feelings. It's true. If there was so fresh in people's memories, it's hard to imagine everyone not feeling angry about what happened. Here, that anger is going to be directed right at the United Nations, and by that, I mean Crossbell. Right now, it sounds like people are more confused than mad, but that's likely going to change in time. It's only a wait or so. But if people start taking a hard stance on Crossbell, that's only going to play right into our enemy's hands. It also foolish. Why point the fingers at Crossbell for this when the United Nations is clearly to blame? Of course, the very idea of the United Nations is a clear symbol of humanity's foolishness in itself. I say that fully aware of it's very much something that I would think of. You sure you want to be the one to say that? Truly unbelievable, Rufus. I don't know, I like seeing how he seems to finally have given the spectre of his past a boot. I don't be so sure about that. Regardless, Mr. Speaker, while I will admit this suggestion comes from a man as foolish as any other, if you truly love Crossbell, you must follow your heart and walk the road you believe in without ever hesitating. People harm more than just foolishness inside, and there's a sort of trust that can come from using one another too. So I just suggest you use any means you can to make your hopes a reality, including using us for your own ends. Gosh. That's encouraging to hear from you. Honestly, one day you will learn to be straight with your feelings. It's right though. If you're free to involve us in achieving your goals however you wish, we will be happy to contribute. Perhaps you're alright. Allow me to tell you exactly what shape my dream for the future takes. I wish for Crossbell to be a state that works for harmony hand in hand with its neighbors, not one that asserts itself over them. With so many people from other countries cooperating with us now, it feels as though my dream has already been half granted. But our goal is yet to be fully achieved. So I hope I can continue to count on you to bring about a future where we can stride ahead side by side. Of course, gladly, sure, we'll do it again. Rufus really has changed while hanging out with your kids, you know that. I was caught off guard when that Marcus too still in the capital, but now I wish I could have gotten to know you all better. I've got an idea, I know the tastiest crab shop ever. Let's go together when you get a chance. It goes without saying that we were dragging Juices and Rufus along, their treat. Oh, that's a wonderful idea, delightful even. Sure is, it's decided then. What was that I read about our treat? And now you're getting ahead of yourselves. We still have a mission to complete first. Oh, come on, you know we're gonna find a way to pull through somehow. So be it. If you're that confident, then I would be glad to treat everyone. Rufus? Being serious? Yes, it would be good to catch up with my brother and see for myself how much he's grown. And quite frankly, I never had a chance to get to know White Rabbit. That's it. A verbal agreement hardly means anything while the tower remains standing. And here I thought you were going to be thoughtful for once. Would it kill you to be more honest with your feelings? Look who's talking. You know better than he is, you know. Don't lump me together with him. You sure know how to go at it, but doesn't it seem like they get along perfectly? Can't help but agree after seeing them like this. Ja, das ist nochmal eine Charakter-Not-Familie, die ich sogar nicht hatte. Gut. So, wir brauchen 18 Arabic Tomato Shake for whatever reason. Ah ne, die brauchen sie nicht, wir kriegen es einfach. Danke. Gut. Random Conversation. Pierre, outside the Crossbell Police Department. Ach ja. Nicht du. Let me begin by saying that I command each of you for a job well done in freeing the city. Civilian casualties and property damage are both lower than expected. We couldn't ask for a better result. However, we now find ourselves faced with an even greater task. The retributive tower must not be allowed to fire again, or else all of the Maria will be plunged straight into chaos. Alright, facing another crisis so soon with little room to breathe may be demoralizing. Nevertheless, times like these are when you must show the world just how strong Crossbell resilience is. Our bride is just as firm as any great nation, even when we don't have a state to call our own. Isn't that right? Look at that, old Pierre's got some spine in him after all. I'll say, it's hard to deny it at this point. So, und dann haben wir noch andere Crossbell-NPCs, mit denen wir schon lange nicht mehr richtig geredet haben. You confirmed the Ebon Defense Forces removal and apprehension. The second division will now focus on providing support to the Crossbell guarding force as they begin their preparations. I'm leaving the finer details to the team leaders. Do what you gotta do and get the job done. Let's put an end to this and take back Crossbell. Roger, yes sir. As for you and me, Raymond, we've got a meeting with the first division scheduled. Aye aye, chief. Second division has his hands full. Let's work just as hard as they are. Mm-hmm. Good, done. Gehen wir noch zum Calvard Entertainment District. Man könnte jetzt ins Casino gehen und da Stuff machen. Ich muss mal gucken, gibt es irgendwas zu kaufen beim Casino? Michi-Coin und Peggy Blushy. Ich bräuchte schon mal 5 von jedem, haben wir 6000. Oh, ich habe aber weit nicht genug Mirror. Gut, dann gehen wir kurz zu dem Elder. Leider keine Conversation mit ihr und wir können dann auch mal versuchen, was zu verkaufen. Hey, welcome, kiddos. So your labis, you're becoming more and more human-like. You're welcome to come live with me if your friends ever got tired of you. Even give you my word not to sell you. Instead, you will be the mascot of my shop. Oh, that's a generous offer. Don't fall for it, LP. There's no telling what unscrupulous things she will do to you. Something tells me she would treat you very well. But I would, so care to cut a deal? Hey, stop treating me like I'm merchandise. I always gets fine to say, and if she's not for it, it's best to give up. Yeah, unfortunate. Habe ich Stuff, den ich sagen kann? Jo. Guck mal, was wir wollen. Ich habe erstmal gesagt, wir wollen erstmal 6000 haben. Ist denn sonst noch irgendetwas? Ja, nicht wirklich. So, was wir jetzt noch gleich kriegen könnten, theoretisch, ist Newspapers, Crossbell Times, Emergency. Breaking news, major areas liberated, including Crossbell City. Thanks to the combined efforts of the Crossbell Guardian Force, Police, Bracer Guild, and other volunteers that assembled from various areas, Crossbell City has been reclaimed from the United Nations government as of press time this afternoon. The operation kicked off yesterday as the group neutralized the defense force strongholds located in Mainz, Michelin, and the Crossbell Police Academy prison. With the capital city now retaking a spell, vital locations in all areas of the region are officially liberated, bringing the new government's week-long illegal takeover to an end. Breaking news! Massive tower appears in Lake Elm. Not long after the liberation mission was deemed a success, an enormous towering structure suddenly appeared in the center of Lake Elm, stretching for more than an estimated 500 acre high. Its size is more than double of Orcus Tower. Was krass ist. True naval fortress annihilated. Immediately after the mysterious tower's surprise appearance, it shot a massive beam of light into the sky, targeting Juno Naval Fortress, located in the Erebonian Empire's Lamale province. The base was bathed in a shower of light before vaporizing in short order, leaving not even the slightest trace of what once stood just moments prior. Luckily, despite the immense damage, recent Imperial drawdown and related military shuffling efforts meant that no units were stationed at the fortress at the time of the blast, averting what could have been a calamitous loss of life. A Supreme Leader's Proclamation. Just moments after the fortress's dramatic demise, Supreme Leader Rufus Aberea took to the airwaves in a broadcast transmitted across Simuria to reveal that the tower, known officially as the Retributive Tower, was constructed by his government in secret. Should the other nations of the continent refuse to participate in this United Nations initiative, he warned, he wouldn't hesitate to deploy it on another target. International major nations in state of alert. Following the Supreme Leader's declaration, nations throughout Zemuria entered into a state of emergency as they scrambled military forces and began to evacuate citizens in selected areas. Reporters located across the continent tell the Crossbell Times that countries have geared up for war once again under circumstances not unlike those seen 6 months ago. All eyes are on the Republic of Calvard's response to the ongoing situation, in particular, with the tower's next potential target set to fall within its territory. The Republic has rapidly deployed its main forces along its border with Crossbell, prepared to lay siege at a moment's notice. When the safety of our people is under threat, newly inaugurated President Roy Grammert stated, it is the government's duty to not only neutralize that threat, but also ensure that the aggressors pays an appropriate price for their actions in return. When prompted for their analysis, one government source took these words to signal Calvard's intention to stage an armed intervention in Crossbell. Breaking news! Crossbell to conduct infiltration operation. Just moments ago, right as this issue was about to go to print, the Crossbell Times received word that Crossbell's provisional legislature, with the agreement of the Imperial and Republican governments, has authorized an infiltration operation into the Retributive Tower. We report back with more information as the story develops. That's a lot. Gut. Und als nächstes gehen wir dann in Richtung West Street, genau. Ich werde aber hier erstmal eine kurze Toilettenpause machen. Dementsprechend bis gleich.